just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself.
Sit down. Don't bite me. No. I said no. Didn't I say no? No. No. Coco, leave me alone. No.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Dallas Cowboys. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
All that jumping and biting the crap.
You can close my arm.
Get out my room.
You turn the light off and close it.
I'm tired of talking to you.
They go with Washington to begin the drive.
No.
They'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. The first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw is Murray. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff right side. It's Washington. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
On 1st and goal, Washington. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Murray now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run for.
And he'll be brought down at about the 4. He didn't get in, nowhere close. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Ready. Hey, lock it. 8-3.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 95 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
51 to 5, boy, 51. Let's go, let's go.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Now Murray again. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first, here's Washington. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now on first down, it's Washington again. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, and that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
51.
Murray and company going for it on fourth. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the double. Hey, high 7.
Off the play fake. Eason taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nicole Hardman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. They'll run on first down. It's Washington. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
First down, Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 18. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
On second down, Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
X3, 218, chop. Hey, World.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Nicole Hardman, 78 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Murray going to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
.157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they are in at this stage of the game.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Smooth.
It's our time. It's our time. Mike 42, Mike 42. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 11. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Score.
On 1st and 10, Eason, he'll rifle this one deep right. It's caught at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Come on, set. 60 or. Get it.
On 3rd down, Pollard, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the rout is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Typically down to the 1st half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. 1st half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They built a good 1st half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice 1st half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Pollard. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
Hey, Charlie. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 22-yard line.
Recon, 152 fighter.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Ready.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check. Shoot.
They'll run with Elliott. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll have a first down past the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 22. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Touchdown, Falcons. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Extra point up and through, and that will get them one closer. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Eason. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Ready. 18 Gator. I got him.
On third down, Pollard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36.
You ain't going nowhere.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Around the NFL, third quarter from Foxborough. The Jets have scored again. They're really opening it up now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Get wide. Check 26, check 26. Switch.
On first down, Washington. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. On second down, here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. On first and 10, here's Murray. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8. So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing again, Murray. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. Murray now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it first and 10. Murray now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Murray again, second and 10. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check, check.
To throw on third down, Murray. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Watch the end.
Throwing on first down. Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On second down, Washington. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. The extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 77 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Saying, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Throwing on second and long. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The Falcons on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Murray sets to throw on 4th. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Ready, break.
On 1st down, Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into... And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Running it, Washington. And some room to roam now. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They run with Washington. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. They'll run on 1st down. It's Washington, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Now Murray, he bootlegs it, rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Brian Burns in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Now this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He's been having a great game, and that one right there, his best run so far, and it ends with 6 points.
And not only that, in his mind, what is he thinking? Can I get to 200 yards as well? Because he knows he's closing in on it. He may not know the exact number, but the best runners have a feel of what the yardage is that they're compiling, and he knows that he's getting close to that 200-yard mark now.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Oh boy, here we go with the little message.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here on this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Anything outside, they want this smoke, my nigga. On a head-to-head with regular teams. You feel free to text me anytime, bro. You feel free to text me and be like, let's get it in. A double game, 40 game, 50 game. Ask for it. We didn't already relax here, you know what I'm saying?
Washington gets it going right.
You know what I'm saying? So, feel free. Feel free.
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. On 1st and 10, Murray. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
A try here for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that?
Yes.
Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Elliott. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Got it. 3 bucks. Shoot.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And what are the whistles for? A timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Move.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Fair. He's checking. Check. Watch the twist. Watch the guard. Kill. Hey, shoot. Deep grip.
Off play action. Eason nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. On 4th down, Eason. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's just their 2nd loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Sit.
check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve. Right before I leave, press that like I'm Nino. I'm part Italian, blame that on Gino. Smells like a medallion, the skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell, keep your distance from myself. And the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish it's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills, they can't get it by themselves. Yeah, I just ran a check up on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself.